What's good, y'all? Back with another video. Today, I'm going to be playing Matchmaker, and I will be talking about grudge matches we need to see in the UFC. Right here, we got a perfect example of a grudge match. We got Colby and Jorge. I need to see some UFC fights here soon where they got security inside the octagon. Let's get right into the matches we need to see. All right, we got a huge problem at 155. Nobody wants to fight each other. Everybody wants to sit out and wait for a championship. So I say, fuck it. You know, Paddy Pimblett doesn't deserve it, but let's put him up against Ilia Topuria. I'm starting to notice this trend with Ilia Topuria that this motherfucker don't ever fight, bro. He fought at UFC 298 against Volk, knocked Volk out, barely took any damage. When's the next time he fought? UFC 308. So like 10 pay-per-views later, bro, he fought Max Holloway, knocked him out. Max is kind of tagging him up a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Next time he fights, UFC 317, Charles Oliveira. He ate one elbow, knocked him out in the first round, and we're not going to see. I don't even know when we're going to see Ilia Topuria again. So let's just go ahead and throw in Paddy. Ilia's a bit of a diva, but they got a nice backstory. They fought in the hotel. Ilia looked like he was ready, bro. And you saw, if you go back and watch the video, you can see Ilia throw that right hand. You know, after Ilia knocked out Charles, Paddy went into the ring. You know, Joe Rogan gets to play fucking Matchmaker. Why can't I play Matchmaker? But Paddy goes in the ring, and I think Paddy was low-key impressed because I think Paddy started out trying to give Ilia compliments, but Ilia ends up pushing him, and then, you know, they talk shit to each other. I'm going to agree with Dana White. Paddy should have not been in the ring because Ilia had his wife and his kids in there. Like, what if something really would have popped off? That would have been bad. All right, in the next fight, we want to talk about Kamaru Usman versus Belal Muhammad. Yeah, so I recorded this video before I found out that Ian Gary will be fighting Belal Muhammad, but let's still talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Because it would have been a fire-ass matchup. Now, again, we got Kamaru. He lost 3 fights in a row. He gets one win over Joaquin Buckley, where he just kind of laid and prayed on him and did a little bit of ground and pound. But Joaquin barely got beat up. Bro, you're not getting a title shot off that performance. And when you couldn't take Joaquin down, you was getting your ass lit up on the feet. But you know, Belal, he's coming off that brutal war against JDM. Belal said he's ready to fight. Belal said Kamaru turned down the fight, but I think the UFC should force it. If Kamaru wants his title shot, he's got to fight the ex-champion. They got a nice backstory. I guess Belal was getting underneath Kamaru's skin, and they end up fighting on the podcast, which I don't know why Kamaru would bring someone on the podcast he doesn't like.
I know some stuff happened on the podcast with you guys.
Can I tell you something, Mike? I almost got kicked, bro. Like there was punches were thrown, dude. But yeah, it was definitely rated R.
These is 2 really good wrestlers, so this is going to be a good matchup because it's going to force Kamaru to strike. I already know for a fact that Belal's takedown defense and ability to get up is going to be way better than Joaquin Buckley. So I would love to see this. If I'm doing early predictions, like I said, Belal stood 5 rounds with JDM and didn't get knocked out. I think Belal pieces Kamaru up, and I think the wrestling cancels each other out. But yeah, let's get this fight popping. Next, we got Yair Rodriguez versus Diego Lopes. Okay, so they got a nice little backstory. There was big beef at UFC 314 presser. I'm laughing because I forget who said it, but out of nowhere, I think it was Yair. He said, culon. I think Diego was talking about him, and Yair called him a culon, which is like an asshole or something like that.
Culon.
Oh.
It jumped off from there. Yair's another one. Wins 1 fight, thinks he deserves a title shot. Diego may have just had fight of the year against John Silva. And if he can go in here and beat Yair, so he beat John Silva and Yair back-to-back, throw him back in for the title shot. Because with that performance, he damn near should get a title shot off that John Silva performance. I mean, the domination he showed in Mount with the 12-6 elbows. Then after getting pieced up in the feet in the second round, he comes back with a spinning back elbow. This would be a really, really exciting fight on the feet. You know, Diego's got this really good grappling, but he just never uses it, I feel like. I mean, John Silva kind of like gave Diego his back, and that's how he's able to get the takedown. But I don't think Diego, if you're just standing here squaring up, I don't think Diego's just going to try to shoot in and shoot like a double leg or a single leg. I think if it just happens to go to the ground, he'll go to the ground. But Diego really wants to fucking man dance, stand in the pocket and bang. And another reason why this would be a nice grudge match, they both speak Spanish. Diego's got a weird backstory because, like, he's Brazilian, but I guess he, like, trains in Mexico. He claims the Mexican flag. Yair could come up to him talking about, oh, yeah, pendejo, tú no eres mexicano como yo. He can say, you're not Mexican like me, bro. And then I think if it stands up in the feet, I don't think there's anyone beating Yair if we stand up the whole entire fight. I really hope Yair is a little bit more output because in that Patricio Pitbull fight, he was low-key just... It was a very slow fight. in the beginning. Yeah, this would be a fire ass fight. They got the beef. I don't remember why they have beef, but hey, grudge match. Next, we got Brendan Allen versus DDP. This shit has some hilarious backstory. I first found out about this backstory when I watched Lucas Tracy's salty tier list.
And Allen just didn't get over this joke.
What did he say though?
So we went to lunch, me, him, my friend Tuco, and one other person. And we were sitting there, and I was dealing with some stuff for my bank. And I had a sleeveless shirt, so it set out like this. And he looks at me and he goes, "What is that, your record? 2-7. I was like, oh, okay.
So it started with a tattoo joke then, yes.
Yeah, but it's like, you don't know me, so it's like, you don't have the right to joke with me like that.
And he's never gotten over it. He brings up Dricus du Plessis in every interview and says, man, fuck that guy. Guy's a piece of shit. He's a weirdo. He calls him corny.
Do y'all see this tattoo Brendan Allen's got on his left chest? 2-7. DDP went up to him and said, 2-7, is that your UFC record? Like a little corny, playful joke like that. And fucking Brendan Allen, to this day, will not let that fucking go. And bro, DDP is so fucking petty. When Brendan Allen lost that fight against Anthony Hernandez, I was looking at Brendan Allen's Instagram, and he was just talking about, yeah, man, tough loss, but I'll be back. And DDP was in the fucking comments putting fucking laughing emojis. Like, DDP is fucking petty. And I'm not gonna lie, I would pick Brendan Allen to beat DDP. Brendan Allen's grappling. I think Brendan Allen is a well-rounded overall fighter, but he's really good at grappling. After watching DDP get taken down by Cosmo after takedown, I think Brendan Allen could shoot a takedown and be able to hold DDP down. Of course, Brendan Allen's not on the level of Khamzat Chimaev with the grappling, but he's a really good grappler. So I think if Brendan Allen's able to beat RDR, throw him against DDP. Now, this press conference would be funny. We all know DDP's one of the best trash talkers. Brendan Allen's got good charisma. I've seen him in his post-fight interviews. I don't ever remember seeing Brendan Allen in a press conference. So, yeah, I'm curious to see what that would look like. Next, we got Sean Strickland versus Kevin Holland. Now, I've talked about this a million times on my channel. But basically, Sean Strickland was in an interview. He was joking around with Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland doesn't like jokes. But basically, he told Kevin Holland he could take that ass if they were in jail.
Kevin Holland, I think I told him I could rape him in prison one day and it bothered him. And me and you were in a jail cell together and I wanted to, I could take that ass.
Ever since then, Kevin Holland can't stand Sean Strickland. And the good thing about this grudge match, if they fight, we don't have to worry about fucking grappling. Because Kevin's not going to shoot no goddamn takedowns unless he gets rocked. When we know pillow hand Strickland's not rocking nobody. And Sean definitely's not shooting no fucking takedown. Sean wants to sit there and march people down and fucking jab and teeth. You know what? If Kevin's able to hit Sean, I don't think I don't know who would fucking win this fight because Sean's too fucking low output. And Kevin's got good power, but it's really fucking hard to hit Sean. If they put this on a pay-per-view and we get to do a press conference, they're both big talkers. Kevin, I'm blacker than you. Sean would say some stupid shit like that. I'm blacker than you, Kevin. And Kevin Holland, sometimes when I watch him talk, I'm like, Kevin, you're saying a lot, but you're not really saying anything. Kevin Holland's booked to fight Mike Malott. I think this is coming up too. That's gonna be his fourth fight this year. Sean Strickland, has he fucking fought this year besides getting destroyed by DDP? I know he's suspended, but yeah. At this point, Sean Strickland's just straight entertainment, bro. So we can make little fights like this. Next, we got Joaquin Buckley versus Israel Adesanya. So I put Izzy in my salty tier list because I saw a clip of him just saying, for no reason, talking about, I just don't like.
I hate this nigga, bro. I hate this nigga, bro. Something about it just fucking annoys me.
Where is this salt coming from, bro? You look really salty in that video. So if you don't like him, bro, Buck said he's with the fight. So let's set it up and we can get it popping. Izzy likes to, look pretty in the ring and leg kick and float around the octagon. Buck ain't doing that. We've seen Buck's style. He's coming at you. I did see it when I was watching Buck's YouTube channel that he's going to take some time off and really try to work on his game. He's probably working on trying to get up off the ground. Buck has takedown defense, but if he gets taken down, his problem was just getting back up. I know Joaquin's 170, but hey, Buck said he's with it, and I'm going to take Buck at his word. Another exciting fight, man. Let's get something cracking. Manel Kape, I've seen him call Kai out in post-fight interviews, calling him the F word. So they just announced this fight on the UFC 320 pay-per-view. This is one of the fights that got canceled for International Fight Week, so I get it, but still, why are we not doing Manel Kape and Kai Kara France? I just don't understand the matchmaking at this point. Brandon Royval just had that fucking war with Joshua Van. Get a man a break. I seen him talking smack to Kai in the crowd at the UFC 293 press conference. It's just, I don't know what the beef is between these two, but I know it's fucking entertaining because Manel Kape is entertaining. And Manel Kape speaking in a second language, talking hella shit. Funny as hell. Both strikers. Sometimes you watch Manel Kape strike and you're like, my God, he is a fucking savant. And then other times he can be kind of boring. The last grudge match Manel was against, forgetting homeboy's name. They cut him from the UFC. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Muhammad. That shit was boring. I think he like ended up breaking his foot in like the first round or his toe or something. I think he broke his toe. I seen the shit pop when I was watching the fight. I think these two, this will be fireworks. Like I said on here, Manel might be in his bag. He might be in that Bruno Silva bag where he's over here, hands behind the back, emoting, doing all this. So another exciting fight. Kai's coming off of getting destroyed by the cannibal Pantoja. So let's set it up. I don't know what we're waiting for. Colby Covington, in the last grudge match we got, Colby Covington versus entire UFC roster. Colby Covington is going to turn any fight he has into a grudge match if he has time to prepare and do training camp. When he did the whole Joaquin Buckley fight, you know, it wasn't the same Colby because he didn't have time to prepare his lines. He was real quiet. He was having jail talk for him. It was just a different Colby. If he gets into a training camp and he gets to set up his matchup, come up with his lines and shit, we're going to have a grudge match. Because it doesn't matter who I just put 3 random people up there. I know he's not going to fight Ian Gary. He wants no smoke with Ian Gary. He does all these call outs, but he's not going to fight Ian Gary. But he's been calling out Dustin. Dustin, you could come up to 170, come out of retirement. I'm picking Dustin to beat Colby. I would think it'd be an entertaining fight. Dustin's got really good grappling. We saw that in the Islam fight. And he's going up a weight class, lighter man skill. Shout out Lucas Tracy. Colby needs to fight, though. Like, this month, he never fights. I mean, is he one of these delusional people sitting out for a title shot, even though he's lost like 5 fights in a row, it feels like? Comment down below what y'all think of the matchups. If you have any you would like to throw in there, put them in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you've made it this far, definitely like the video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. We out.
I'm him, I can tell you from the jump, I'm a different breed. Bought a new tech, free shot, no referee. I ain't gon' force, nah shit, I'ma let it be. White gold shining, diamonds red like the 7C.